All right, everybody, look, welcome. This is going to be a formal class in how to meditate the Farsight way. So, Princess Jeaneé is going to be doing it, and she'll be explaining it, but I'm going to be introducing it a little bit, and then we're going to cut over to Princess, where she's going to take over. Now, let me explain why this is important. And the plan is for next week, we're going to have another meditation instruction period with Trudy Benjamin. This is so important because something is going to happen in December that's really, really, really important. And you being able to meditate is part of what we're going to ask you to do in December. It's more important than anything you could ever imagine. So, you need to know how to do it. This is not an introduction where we sort of talk about it. This is literally everything that's involved in Farsight meditation. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk a little bit about, actually Princess is going to talk about the first thing we do, which is a modified form of asanas. Now asanas is yogic posturing, and it's actually quite complicated. There's lots of stuff associated with it. But we only do a brief body massage. You see, when you're out there working during the day and doing things, you basically forget you're in your body. And the asanas, just the basic massage, which Princess will describe, that helps you to reconnect with the body. You remember that. And then we do something called Pranayam, which is a breathing technique, which helps you focus. Now, in certain areas, people do this breathing technique for about 10 minutes, the slow version of it for about 10 minutes. But we only do it for about a minute or 2 minutes. The fast massage the fast pranayam for only more than 10 seconds at the most, and then for about a minute, the slow pranayam. And then we do the actual meditation, and Princess is going to describe that. She's going to lead you in. Now listen, everybody, this is important. This is not just a course in how to do it. You're going to do it. You are going to meditate with Princess for 20 minutes. So I want you to sit comfortably. You're actually going to do it now. She's going to lead you through the steps, and you're going to go through the whole thing. And then afterwards, she's going to answer your questions so that you can ask questions in the chat and so on, okay? And again, we're going to be asking you to meditate twice a day, morning and evening. And then in the evening, in December, we're going to be asking you to do something really, really, really special. But you've got to be settled in the mind to do it. So the meditation is actually crucial. We're not holding anything back. This is the Farsight version of meditation. So, Princess is now going to demonstrate the asanas part of it. Again, there's many things with asanas, yogic posturing. We don't do any of that. We only do the body massage to reconnect us with the body. Okay? Anyway, let me send you to Princess, and she will now take over from that. And then I'll give a brief discussion of the pranayam and the history behind that, and then Princess will describe that and do that, and then she's going to lead you into meditation, and then she's going to, 20 minutes later, she will bring you out of meditation, and she will answer your questions. So Princess, asanas.
Hey everybody, I will be going through all the different phases of the Farsight meditation that we all do here in Farsight, as well as what I teach for my own classes at Princess Views. Our asanas is a body meditation. As Dr. Courtney Brown mentioned, there are various other measures that are taken, but we only do our body massage. So if you all will follow with me, I will walk you all through it. Ladies will start off massaging their right hand, while fellas will start off massaging their left hand, while fellas will start off massaging their right hand. So if you women will take your right hand and go up your left arm. Gentlemen, go up your right arm and bring it up. Come with me. And bring it back down to your heart. You always want to connect back with your heart. And we will go to our left. And take your time. Feel yourself, feel your body. And go back here to your heart. Everyone will take your hands, and if you don't like your hands because of touching things, much like myself, I take my arm, and I will, you can go to your face, up to your head, to the crown of your head, back down to your shoulders, and again reconnecting with your heart. And also you will take your legs. So for the asanas, you will take your right leg or your left leg. Again, ladies, you start with your left. Guys, you'll go to your right and you'll bring that back up to your heart. And then you move to the next one. And anyone can meditate.
Okay, so that was a basic introduction. Now, we don't really know why ladies start by massaging their left arm and their left leg first, and then guys start by, men start by massaging the right arm and the right leg. But it goes through a Vedic tradition that goes back thousands of years and seems to work. So, but it's basically ladies start with the massaging the left side first and then to the right, and men start with the reverse. Now, pranayam is a breathing technique that allows you to center yourself. And it's very useful. Sometimes it acts like people that have been meditating for a long time. It helps to really focus and recenter. But the basic idea is that the pranayam acts to settle your mind, settle your consciousness before actually going into meditation. So if you were to just to dive into meditation, you got to spend the first 10, 15 minutes just basically settling. If you do the pranayam first, then you're already deeply settled. And then when you start the meditation, you're ready to go. So let's switch over to Princess, and then we will, she will then talk about the breathing technique, the fast first and then the slow.
And I see some of you are saying that you are at work or that you may not have the ability to meditate, and you can do this in a chair at your desk if you have the space for a few moments, or you can do this sitting down. This meditation is designed to be able to be done in multiple places, whether there's sound around, children, music, or just people talking. You can do this anywhere. So if you do have the space, if you happen to be in an office, you can meditate with me still, sitting upright in your chair. You don't have to be on the floor or anything like that. Again, our pranayam is here. Ladies will take your left hand with your middle finger and your thumb. Fellas will do the right. Same, middle finger and thumb. Yes, I have done this meditation before, but you have not done it with me. And so I would like you all to start with your nostrils. And what you will do is start off with a fast breathing pace of an out and in. So it'll be out and in. And as you touch each nostril, you'll go out and in each time. So with your thumb, you'll breathe out and in. And then with your middle finger, you'll breathe out and in. And you'll go back and forth, back and forth. Yes, Joey, laying down is fine if you're recovering from a surgery and can't sit up easily. It is recommended that you do this sitting or in an upright position, but I do understand that laying down is fine. When I was recovering from a surgery, I too had to go through laying down. And so alternate nostrils. Start to slow it down. Out in. Out and in. Out and in. Out in. Allow your breath to settle in. And then that will bring us to our mantra. Hi, Trudy. And I'll let Dr. Courtney Brown talk to you about where our mantra stems from.
With the meditation that Princess is going to be introducing to you, you've already had your asanas and you've had your pranayam, so you're sort of semi-deep. Now, the mantra that we use is for this Farsight Mantra. As far as we know, there's no word that's used like it anywhere in any language, so you can Google it. It's a meaningless word. It's a word that has certain tones in it. And the Farsight Mantra that we use is Shanim Mana, and that's Shaneem, and Mana is Manah. So it's Shanim Mana. No other meditation practice that we know of uses it, and it's also a completely meaningless word. So if you type it into Google, you won't find it in any language. So the idea behind the mantra is that it's not supposed to have any meaning, because if you said the mantra, say chocolate cake, then you'd be thinking about chocolate cake all the time. But the mantra is supposed to essentially take the conscious mind and tie it into a loop while it's repeating that, and then to let the higher self sort of become the focus of attention. By just tying the conscious mind up, then the focus of attention becomes on your inner self automatically without trying it. If you try to meditate, it won't work. It's got to be effortless. It's got to be without trying it at all. So anyway, Princess will now go over and she will describe a little bit about the rate at which you say the mantra and how you close your eyes and so on. And then you're going to follow her. Now, this is going to take a good solid 20 minutes because she's not only going to describe it to you, she's going to do it and you're going to follow along.
And again, you can use, again, Shanim Mana is a mantra that was created here at Farsight. And the way we use it to quiet the mind, quieting our mind and allow stress to release up and out and to release tiredness and anxiety. That is what we use this mantra for, which helps us with everyday life. I like to say again, the sounds, as Dr. Brown mentioned, shh is the first sound you hear, which is shh, stands for the quietness of the mind, and the breathing and the release of everything. So Shanim Mana. We are all going to start off closing our eyes for about 30 seconds. I will then start off saying the mantra out loud, and I would like you to follow my pace. Do not allow your breathing to control the pace of your mantra, but say it at the pace in which I'm saying it, and your breathing will follow. So if everyone can close their eyes with me. Shanim Mana. 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 Shani Mana, Shani Mana, Shani Mana. And continue to say this mantra in your mind. Whatever happens, happens. Allow your mind to take control in releasing. And if you fall away from it and you recognize it, just pick it back up. All you have to do is pick it back up. If you realize you're no longer saying it, just pick it back up in your mind. Shani Mana, Shani Mana, Shani Mana. I would like for everyone to keep your eyes closed for a moment as you're coming back to. Do not jar your eyes. Do not try to force yourself to come back quickly. Allow yourself to move back into self. As you slowly stop saying your mantra, I'd like for you to slowly open your eyes. Very, very slowly. Take your time. Don't try to jump back into typing or to talking. Just move.
So that was Farsight Meditation. It's simple, and it's a simple asanas, pranayam, and then repeating the mantra. Now, Princess is going to answer questions that you have about the experience.
I saw someone say that they can't turn off their mind. You are not supposed to turn off your mind. Again, remember that whatever comes up and whatever comes out, it's coming up and out for a reason. You're not going to get stillness immediately. This is, if anything comes up, if you are randomly thinking of your grandmother or an ex or a fire, or I saw someone say a banana, that is okay. It's perfectly fine and it's perfectly normal, because what's happening is it's taking everything from the bottom and bringing it up. So when something comes up, you feel it, right? It's just like emotions. When emotions come up, you first have to come up, 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 and then it'll come out, and then it will be nothing. Nothing will be there. So for someone that says they can't turn off their mind, as long as you are completely saying the mantra, you are in a meditative state. And what is happening is purely normal. You may feel your body swaying. For those of you who were watching and not meditating, you might have saw me move or fall backwards. I know that that's what at least feels like to me. You'll feel your body swaying. You'll remember something. You'll think of an appointment that you have coming up. You will think of anything. Again, as Dr. Brown stated before, trying to meditate will result in not meditating. But if you just do, and you just move in the pattern that is being brought to you, and you follow that pattern and you follow the mantra, you are in a meditative state. So again, you cannot turn off your mind. What you were doing is perfectly fine. And for those of you that did enter in the middle of this, please watch it again, but you can also have still joined. I hope that you did. And I definitely see a lot of people saying they had a hard time shutting off their minds. And so just remember that you cannot shut your mind off. The meditation is doing it for you. The meditation is working to bring up from your root. If anyone knows about your chakras, to bring from your root, up, 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 up and down to your center, to your core, up to your heart. You'll start to feel some things. I get emotional, or I'll feel a lot of things at one time when I'm remote viewing, because it'll settle here, and then it'll come out, and then it'll come out, and eventually something else will come up, and it'll come back here, And it'll repeat until there's nothing left to come out. So I personally, I meditate about 2 to 3 hours a day. My short meditations are about an hour. My shorter ones, when I got to get going, are about 20 minutes. And if you feel like you've drifted off, it's perfectly normal. When you come back to, just say the mantra. When you come back to, just say the mantra again. As you say the mantra, that mantra is meditation. That mantra is what you're needing to push out, to still the mind, to quiet your mind. And eventually you'll be able to hear all around you. And then you'll be able to focus in on itself. Avi Cohen, Shaneem, Shaneem, Mana, Manah. Yes, please do this more and more often. Do this every night before you go to bed. In the morning when you wake up, if you have the time. If you're in a stillness there, have a moment of quiet or just a moment to yourself. Take that 20 minutes to, instead of surfing the net, to meditate. And you'll feel that difference. You'll feel it over and over again. I see someone that says they felt a tremendous amount of energy around them. That's beautiful. That's your higher self talking to you. I think that's a beautiful thing. I feel that sometimes too. Today I definitely did. Usually I feel stillness, but today I felt energy around me. And that take it as it is. Allow whatever it is to be what it is. Could you make it so that the blue arrow is not showing onto this screen? Make the comments go live. Press the blue arrow on the screen.
Press the comments go live.
Press the blue arrow. The blue arrow at the bottom. There's a blue arrow at the bottom. Thank you. You saw someone making funny faces at feet shuffling, chairs moving. We definitely had that. And no, we should not mute, because that's the stuff that's around you. And this meditation is created to be able to exist in the spaces around you. Everything's perfectly fine with the comments now. Thank you, Courtney. You don't have to do anything else. So no, muting the sound would be unrealistic. It would be unrealistic. You don't have to press anything else. Muting the sound will be unrealistic as we hear airplanes around us if we're near the airport. We hear shuffling if there are other people around us. You have to be able to meditate through that. Can we use crystals? Yes, I have crystals all over me, surrounding me right now. I personally meditate with a grounding crystal just to keep me here, because I will astral project sometimes, and I use an amethyst. You can use whatever crystals call out to you. I actually have about 15 crystals laid out around me. I thought that the camera was down enough for you to see it, but I see that it's not. Yes, Paul, thank you so much for saying that. This meditation is created to meditate with life going on around you. I can meditate with a screaming 4-year-old who is still in the terrible whatevers you want to call them. I meditate with that, with him jumping around me, with him moving on me, with him laying and crawling on me, with a cat meowing. I have pets, I have significant others. I don't live alone. And I hear everything around me. And if you don't need quietness, because you create your own quietness. Good, I'm glad that you just came out. Thank you for taking your time, Linda. Going in incredibly deep and quickly definitely is why we do our pranayam and asanas. What are the tones, please? Please let me know what you mean by that. For the Farsight meditation, we do keep our eyes closed. We keep them closed so that we can center in only on ourselves and hear the things around us and breathe within the things around us. If our eyes are open, we are now looking and seeing and taking in the energy around us. I am too a bouncy person. I fidget a lot. If you notice, I play with my hands a lot. I touch my face a lot. And it's okay. It's okay, because eventually you'll become still. Remember, everything that happens is happening for a reason. And you just move, and you move with it. Allow yourself to flow with it instead of trying to control it. I do use a timer. I do. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I come out on my own. I know what it feels like to meditate for 20 minutes, and so I can easily bring myself out. But I have a slight little chime or wind chime or something that may sound like wind on my phone, which is completely different from the sounds around me that I'll hear, to bring me out slowly, and I won't jar myself out. That's perfectly fine. Whatever you hear, whatever you feel, whatever you see in your meditation is okay. It's perfectly okay, and it's necessary because, again, like I said before, we have to bring everything up in order for it to come out. I am considering doing this on YouTube regularly on my own, and even on my Instagram page, which is Princess Views RV, at Princess Views RV is my Instagram page. I'm going to start a daily thing where you see me in my everyday dealing with remote viewing tactics and meditation tactics. And so I am looking to have a day where I will bring a daily meditation. So stay tuned with that. Is there any way to come out of your mantra without coming out of it completely? Felt like an alternate state, and some of what came. That's why you come out slowly. Even if you hear me speaking in this meditation, come out slowly. Don't say, oh, something's happening, so I have to pay attention to it right now. You will have these visions and these dreams. Just come out slowly. Process them. Allow yourself to remember them and write them down when you do come out in your half come out state. As I was talking, I wasn't completely out yet. If you'll, again, if you will look at the bottom of the screen, we will post my Instagram page at Princess Views RV, so that you can find out when I will do my meditations. It's so I'm blown away by how amazing this was. Yes, it does get, when you go in that deeply, it's never, quote unquote, difficult to come out. You have to take your time. You have to take your time. No, we have not used the sensory deprivation tank, but we all have been communicating about it. I guarantee you I will be doing that very soon, so I'll let you know how that goes. Yes, the mantra has to be said all the way through in the mind. You don't have to say it out loud. Me saying it out loud gets it in your brain to teach you how to say it in the tempo in which. Continue your mantra. That mantra will carry you through the meditation. And if you fall off, bring it back on. It's okay if you do fall off. If you dream, if you feel as though you've fallen asleep, it's okay. All you have to do is say, oh, Shani Mana, Shani Mana, and pick it back up. No matter what you do, just pick it back up. And as you do that, when you fall in and out, I fall in and out myself. I'll find myself singing a song. I will literally sing random nursery rhymes as I hear them all the time because I'm a mom. And then I'll be like, oh, Dora the Explorer soundtrack. And then next you know, oh, wait, Shani Mana. It's totally okay. Alien guys. Oh, wow. Draw them if you can. Royal blue, purple. That's an amazing thing. You know, that's okay. What you get is what you get, and take it as what you take it as. I can't tell you what these things mean, but I can tell you that our mind's eye is very strong. You're supposed to experience what you experience. There's not a one way to do or to come out. When you're coming out and when you're ready to live your everyday life and you're focused on bringing yourself back to the state in which we are now, that is what I mean by coming out of your meditation, or coming out of that state of meditation where it's very, very deep. Thank you so much. Yes, time zones is a thing. I completely understand. We will be posting it. Again on our Farsight Prime. So if you are in our Farsight Prime and on YouTube, you will be able to see this replay tomorrow. Oh, neural pathways in your brain. Hey, again, everybody meditates differently. Sometimes I see nothing. Sometimes I see color. Sometimes I see light. I remote viewed you. Email me and tell me what you mean by that. Hi, David. Thank you all. Yes, yes. Energetic collective rising of frequency. That is exactly why I wanted to remote view. I'm reading and talking. That is exactly why I wanted to meditate with you all today. If we all meditate daily, we can all raise our vibrations and raise our frequencies, which will be the first step in making a difference in the world and in our life around us. The best times I feel to meditate, Gustav, is, if I'm saying your name correctly, is for me, directly after I wake up, I will go into a meditation and then I'll start my morning. And then at night before bed, or just whenever I have my alone time. It's generally up to you. No, crystals are not the only stones that can be used. Everybody, if you have your own personal way of meditation, use it. I didn't used to use crystals to meditate, but I do now. I also have cowrie shells. Some people put a bowl of iced water nearby to ward off negative energy. Some sage, or use incense. You can do whatever helps you in yourself. You don't ever stop your everyday rituals. I believe your personal rituals are important, and adding that to this meditation is what makes it strong. I'll take maybe just a few more questions and then I'll go before we close out. Thank you all again for meditating with me today. It was very, very powerful. For the father who has dementia, I cannot say that it is a definite, but I can say that all meditation helps anyone. Oh yeah, there are ETs everywhere, dear. Yes, an ET can be a part of anything, and I'm pretty sure there are plenty that are meditating with us right now. Thank you. You know, Dave, I'm just now starting to listen to that intuition about being able to feel people existing in my space. Just yesterday or last night, I was asleep and I I have a guest that's staying with me for about a month, and I felt them pull up to my home at 3 a.m. before they even rang my doorbell, and I jolted out of my sleep because I went to sleep meditating, and I could feel their presence before they even called my phone. I thought it was amazing. I am going to give this back to Dr. Brown, and I will take more questions later personally, like I'll type in later on as I go through all the comments that we've seen today. I will do another meditation soon, and Trudy Benjamin will be doing one as well soon. And again, stay in touch with me and in tune to my social media, as again, I will be doing live meditations maybe once a week on my own to meditate with you guys and connect with you all. Again, you can find me at princessviews RV on Instagram, and you may email me at princessviews@gmail.com. Dr. Brown, namaste.
All right. Well, look, thank you, everybody. That was really great. And the only thing I want to add to that is that Princess also teaches remote viewing, the Farsight method of remote viewing. And you can email her directly if you're interested in that. So her email is princessviews@gmail.com, princessviews@gmail.com. Now we have a pandemic going, so all classes are online, and Princess does it by herself, meaning she doesn't do it. It's not the Farsight Institute that's doing it, she's doing it. And similarly, Trudy Benjamin teaches remote viewing as well. And they do it on their own, which is good, because we want people to be able to it's not good to have everything centralized in one thing. So Princess is a great teacher of remote viewing. She's been with us for years, and she does teach remote viewing. So if you're interested in that, that's good. So just contact her directly on that. So the only thing I want to say is that I'm going to repeat this often. Something's going to happen with Farsight that we're going to be asking you to do for a reason that we'll explain in December, starting December 1st. And for you to help, you need to have a calm mind. So the meditation that Princess just taught you, if you did it twice a day, morning and evening, that would be helpful. And then in the evening, we're going to be asking you to do something starting December 1st, after you meditate. Now, the only thing I want to add is some people ask about other types of meditation. Why we particularly do this. If you're doing, say, a guided light or guided images meditation, what you're doing is you're taking your mind, your conscious mind, and activating it to those images. And we're not trying to do that. We're trying to simply let the mind be itself. We're not trying to guide it to any spot. We're trying to let it settle. And when it settles, you automatically reconnect with your higher self. And that's why we use meditation in front of remote viewing. So before we do any remote viewing at Farsight, everyone does a meditation first. And then they immediately go into their session. They want the mind to settle. So if you're focusing on imagery, you're activating the mind for that imagery. So if you're trying to find a bubbling brook or a pleasant scene, you're activating the mind. We're trying to do just the opposite of that. Calm the mind down, which is why we use the mantra to repeat. Ties up the conscious mind, and then the mind, the inner mind, just automatically settles to the higher self. So anyway, Princess's lesson on this will be available on YouTube and Farsight Prime. And you are going to be able to have that recording, the replay. And if there was any audio problems, we'll have those fixed. That'll be up tomorrow. Next week, Trudy Benjamin is going to be doing a similar remote viewing lesson. Not a remote viewing lesson, a meditation lesson. And the reason we're doing this with both people is we really want to emphasize to you the importance of you doing meditation.
And again, I do have courses My next class will be November 16th through the 20th. So email me. I do have openings still at princessviews@gmail.com. Email me, and I will be able to give you the information on my courses. For group courses, solo courses, you can email me, and we work anytime throughout the month. Thank you guys again so much for meditating with me, and I will see you all soon.